Welcome back to the Global EXA conference. And with us today is an amazing speaker who unfortunately cannot be on camera, but we should be able to hear her. I think your microphone is still muted.
Hey,
Yes.
hi.
Hey, welcome. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for your concern. And sorry about the video. Actually, due to some uncertain situation, I'm not able to join through you on video. So hope through this audio, I can give you a detailed explanation and I can share my knowledge, which I prepared to present with you all.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to present your presentation. Going to bring the slides in now, and the topic is Gen Z in India. And I would say I'm just going to let you do your presentation now. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks a lot. So, hello everyone. This is Gayatri. So, I'm a Snapper ambassador of India. So, to be honest and to elaborate why I'm taking this topic is I have worked with 70 plus brands. So, as a working experience and as I saw the market, I can leverage some of the facilities and leverage some of the aspects and how the market is running evolve the present generation, because according to the generation each time the modules and the methods of reaching the people is evolving and changing as per the time. So at present the almost trending generation is Gen Z. So here I am going to speak about how Gen Z in India, especially in Indian market, and how the e-commerce is getting adopted into this immersive technology. So I'll share the slides now. So as I already told you, Gen Z. So previous generation has different methodology from this present generation. These generations are completely into who they are and they really want to be them. So you can see like at first culture we adopted to makeup and we adopted to customs and we adopted to tradition. But in this generation, all the people of this generation is getting involved into our equal traditional values, cultural values, and they just want to make themselves true, which is more important. You can ask me how I'm just linking this kind of methodology into shopping. I'll tell you on the next slides. So here you can see. So as I already said, the Gen Z is all wanted to be true to themselves, as well as this Gen Z generation into more in technology, because you know The previous generation doesn't have a title like introvert or extrovert, but this generation has a split of that, introverts and extroverts, and most of them doesn't want to communicate with people. Even if you ask me, instead of communicating with some shops, I can buy it online. I prefer that. So you can say that they're more focusing on the app and the entertainment. They want more positivity around some sort of negative situation to eradicate them. They are much more involved in their positive environment. So as I can tell you, the 88% agreed that focusing on Snap, using Snapchat and Snapchat shopping or Snapchat experience, they are creating positive environment around them. So here, so what is Gen Z is playing with Snapchat? So Snapchat just using the emotions of Gen Zs to get connect with them emotionally because the app and the experiences and the contents we here provide is open-minded and it is connecting with people playfully, creatively to make them happy. So a happy environment, whether it's physical or virtual, it will retain the customers, it will retain the people to come back to the place again and again. So that is what we are doing here. So for brands, so overall, I told you what is Gen Z and what the current generation needed and what Snap is provided. Now I'm telling you how it fits with brand. So for brands, what we want is to a single ad, at least we need millions of customers to get to ourselves. So we want them to trust us. We want them to rely on us. We want them to get loyal customers back to back. So for that case, we need to connect with them. But in this technology industry and in this technological generation, so we need to connect with them visually, virtually, and also playfully because everybody wants to enjoy themselves. To get them that kind of experience, so you can use various kind of AR experience. You may ask me what is AR experience? We are giving interesting ads, interesting videos, and short content. But augmented reality is completely different. So you can run ad my campaign and you can get a million impressions. And let me tell you a short story. So I just worked on the reality show. So to promote that show, we done a very playful and simple a video call kind of experience. And on the second day, once the experience is launched for promotion, you can't believe me, but we received 120 million impressions in 1.5 days. Can you imagine if I say that was possible? But it actually happened. So the promotion is different because the users who are all trying that will be our message carriers. Yes, that's true. They will be our messengers. If you say through ad, the ad needs to be developed. They should not skip ad at present generation. But when it comes to AR games or AR mobilization or augmented reality kind of immersive experiences, they will sit back, they will try. If I create a product promotion as a game, if people can try, they will return to my game for at least 7 minutes. That's actually proved through our stats. Compared to the ads they skip in 3 seconds, we make them to play the game for 7 minutes. And once they play, we provide them with a scoreboard. And through the scoreboard, they are challenging their friends. And from one on one to another one, the actual message is passing so that we are gonna launch something that X or Z or company is conducting something. Am I audible? So here it is. As I already told you, from functional to creative. So basically, we prioritize of emotions through ads. You can see, for example, I can give you Fanta. So many of the rumors said that Santa Claus white and red dress was actually came from a ad of a cool drink. And for Fanta, they had a ad like if you hug a Fanta machine, vending machine, it will provide you a Fanta. It says the hug day celebration. So that happened in physical world. So creativity, once Fanta launches their cool drink with a vegetable flavor, it's tomato actually. So we created a runner game. So each time they catch something relevant to Fanta, they'll get 1 point. But once they catch the tomato, they'll get 5 points. So instead of telling Fanta is launching a flavor of tomato, we just do this method for them to gain, and at the end we ask guess the new flavor of Fanta. So you can't imagine that 89% people guess the correct answer that it is a tomato flavor because they got 5 points on collecting that tomato. So that was a cool feature on Now Creative Things. And as I told you, 7 in 1 Gen Zs are visual communication people because they can open-mindedly tell what they are thinking. They can share what they want without any prejudices or any conclusions. And here, I already told you how AR allows brand to connect with Gen Z. So here is the proof. Actually, these stats are practical stats where we work with more than 20 plus brands and came to the conclusion of this percentages. So here, 73% of Gen Z says the AI experience feels more personal. You know why? Let me just tell you. I'm going to a shop. If I ask the shoe shop manager to show me more than 20 shoes, he will naturally get annoyed. We can't say that it is his job he should show. It's human behavior. He will get annoyed. But if I'm keeping that 20 plus shoes on my AR application, in my AR lens, and if I can do a try on basis, even I can try 100 number of shoes as I want, and I can see which color I want, which combinations I want, which types I want, and at the end, once I feel comfortable, I can buy. So this makes them connect more personal. And this, just keep the 2 points in mind. Stay relevant, empower playful expression. I'll tell you what. And here, from traditional to immersive, this is what I just meant to say. At first, we give ads on the newspapers, then we gave us a bit notice, and then we moved to image projections, and then we transformed into video shares like a video content. Now we are using influencers to launch our products. But without all this, if we can make them tell our story to others, to get loyal to others, to trust our products, to create brand awareness or product awareness, or to create any valid promotions or cause awareness, like environment one, or even just think as a cancer institute, which we got to do sponsor with our brand. Let's say that I'm a candy store or candy enterprises. I want to produce something for cancer donation, but they should know that this brand is doing this for my brand awareness. I can create something relevant to my brand's color palette. I can put any one of my brand logo or brand music, or I can use my unique giveaway like tags. Okay, so you are a brave warrior of. Instead of telling them directly, we'll tell indirectly. Like if they are just supporting the cancer patients will say, "Wow, we are amazed with you. So you are a great warrior from." You can tell your brand name. It will be an indirect promotion, but effective promotion which will emotionally connect with people. So here you see 90% of Gen Zs are now interested in AI shopping. Actually, it is only mentioning regarding the Gen Zs, but even the millennials, Gen X, and even all the categories are more interested. Even the category of boomer also is getting more interested in taking AR into the shopping category. So lead the way and allow personalization. I'll tell you. So as I already told you, like giving a 20 shoes instead of 20 shoes, if I can mix match at least 100 kind of shoes or t-shirts, and I can try them on myself, that will be entirely different. So I got a question here. Are there creative products and solutions that allow marketing team to create augmented games on social media like Snapchat, or is it still custom elements? Actually, anyone can create them. So, Bruno, so I'm really happy to answer your question. Anyone can create them because Snapchat, using Lens Studio, we are creating AR lenses for Snapchat. So, on that case, you no need to be a pro. Yes, you no need to be a pro. Even a beginner who can just understand the document and create, you can create a potential and yet elegant AR experience through Snapchat for your brand. So, hope you got your answer. For still custom development, we have lot of templates. Like we have at least 70 plus templates, including machine learning templates. We have at least 100 templates. You can use them. You can just rearrange them as you wish. And you have, if you have a basic level or middle level of creator who knows how to handle Lens Studio and Snapchat, it will be add-on because they can create extraordinary AR experience for you. Is that okay, Bruno? So I hope this answer helps you. So, thank you. So, AI has developed rapidly. So, we know that how not only Snapchat, all the social medias, including Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and as well as Snapchat. So, these are the social media platforms. We saw a lot of influencers now promoting more products through social media. Many virtual brands are growing. So, on that part, even the physical companies on pre-pandemic or on pandemic, after post-pandemic, compared to that, even on pandemic and post-pandemic, augmented reality have come to the highest point because they can't come to the shop at present on a pandemic situation, but post pandemic, people became comfortable with their virtual shopping because they can try on the dress at their home, they can try on their shoes, they can try on their bags, they can try on any kind of lipstick without staining, they can try on their nail polish, they can try bangles, watches, glasses, hats. So they can try literally everything, including necklaces, so they can see what looks good on them. They can mix match. Okay, I'm wearing a gown, so let's match with a bag, coolers, and with everything. So once they are satisfied, they're ready to buy on that. So many companies are now involving AR as their add-on element, just like application, normal mobile application. Now AR is also becoming a key part of the shopping applications. So here I told you right which will try on. So this is what I'm mentioning. So compared to past, now more customers are engaging with all kind of virtual elements like from dressing, from dressing, from yeah makeup, and from any kind of grooming. So everybody is comfortable to try because we can't just going to check whether the fit is okay or right. We can also say if I'm wearing a collar kind of t-shirt, if I don't want collar, I can just tap and make changes. Okay, the collar is not needed. If I want it on gray color or if I want it on peach color, if I want it on any agenda color, I can change them. I can just look which color looks good on me, and directly I can take a snap, or directly I can just go to shop now and shop that at any time I want. So now the revolution, what had happened through AI. So now 75% of brands thinking that AI is fun for them, and 56% of consumers also says it's fun. But moreover fun, most of the brands accepted that the AR trial with Snapchat, their company profit after the promotion got at least 10% increase because we just talked with many brands and we asked, okay, so you promoted using a Snap AI like your brand, and is the promotion helped? So most of the people has various aspects, as I already told you, it can be a brand awareness or product awareness, or they can be a new launch, or they can do a virtual try on, or they can create a shopping cart. So they say while on shopping cart, they say most of the profitable companies are glasses and trial dresses and shoes and watches. They have 10% profit as increase. So when I looked into the other aspects of promotion, they say at least we got millions of views and more people came to retention to check what are the new collections we have. It's not a million of repeated people. That is a million of newcomers. New people are coming then and there. So the most of the campaign success is in 3 days. And the almost success the campaign has gone to the length of 7 days, and each with the hit of millions, and it reached new millions each day. So here is the most important topic. Shopping is consumer season for you, Zaya. As our topic for today is also regarding shopping. So many say AR is for entertainment, but to my aspect, AR is useful for all the industry, from education, from first aid, from teaching, like how to use a fire extinguisher, for training purposes like aircraft tools training or any mechanical training, and for as usual for music, dance, shopping. But on that, everybody who can use day to day is better is shopping experience, because the first company which involved AR for shopping is IKEA. Since we all know IKEA, IKEA is the first brand which involved augmented reality on their app to try before buy furniture shopping experience and coming on the go. Now, in Flipkart, all the try before you buy and camera, whichever you see, it was created in Snapchat. You can ask me, Snapchat is a social platform. I'm having an application, I'm having a web page. How can I implement this into our app, existing app? I have successful application, people are trusting me. How can I involve Snap into this? We have camera kit here. So what is camera kit is, we will create all the AR experiences in Lens Studio, and then through camera kit, it is like a plug and play. Like when I'm clicking a button, it says yes, right, or any reaction. Same kind of element. On your existing native application, you can create a button like element. On that, if someone click on that button, it will call the lens in Snapchat. So through the connecting element, you can create anything on Snapchat, and you can push it into your native application, and you can create your own AR experiences. So the best example who is doing this is DressX and Flipkart. So DressX is a digital fashion brand, so you can check it out there. And even in Flipkart, on the camera part, you can see various AR kind of elements. So as you can see, so not only buy before trial, even you can see the products, how it runs and how its functionalities for mechanics. Mechanics means buying a car or bike. I'm a big fan of Harley Davidson. So if someone asks me, so did you really saw that, or really you checked on that? Yeah, that too. I guess a bigger example. So if someone asks me, I can say like because they recently launched it. So in that case, when I want to try on that, it's not possible for me to go in person and try on that. But if I want to check on that, if they launched AR experiences, it will be helpful for me to check what are the specifics and everything. So the sample here is a Duster car. So the Duster car is actually came with a real size. It is not like you can zoom to zoom big or zoom size. The actual real size of the real world environment is represented in the virtual world, so you can directly visualize them on the real size, real color, real shadows with real textures and materials. So even if you're changing your car wheel to alloy or your car bumper to something else color or steel output or steel pop-up, you can make a customization and see whether it suits your car or not before buy. Because if you're changing color, changing the palette color, changing the stripe color, and yet at the final, if it is not satisfying, means it will be a lot of flaws. So before you make any decision, you can just check on with the try-ons which are available on their brand. And once you're satisfied with that, you can just take a snap and make them, you can say them, okay, make something like that, because it is happening in virtual world. Virtual is going to be represented in real world exactly same. So here is a three dimension. Exploring the world, connecting with others, improving the self. As I already told you, this generation is mostly into who they are. They are truthful. And you know what? This generation people are more confident in front of the camera rather in front of a real person. Because in front of the camera, if they are speaking, means only they should afraid of the comment. So they can turn it off. Even if they just speak and save it to themselves, they are more confident to see again and happy to see that. But they are afraid to produce themselves in front of many people and connecting with others. So through AR, we are making them to more engaged. They are love to share. They just love to share what they see. They love to share what they explored. So this connects people more. So using brand applications, it is evolving. So you can see the consumers rate how broader the AI experience grows, and you can see the specifications here. So what kind of elements are reaching highest? Learning in an immersive tech. Just, if they scan A and if they scan PPLE on a correct manner, APPLE, if a toddler is placing the elements properly, correctly, the apple will pop up from there. If they misplaced anywhere, it will say one word is wrong, rearrange it. One word is wrong because it will be a fill in the blanks. So if they rearrange it properly, they will learn a new word and they will learn the spellings in a more interesting way. And scanning the product info. Let's say I'm having a bingo or any kind of a chip packet, and if I'm having a scan code, I can scan and see, okay, what are the carbs, what are the fat, and what are the ingredients they have. Or even if I'm having any cake, if I'm having a brownie, and if they have like, okay, if they say it's a multigrain brownie, I can just scan and check what are the protein level, what are the calories, and what are the fat. So I can check on them. And for map for navigation, we have indoor navigation, outdoor navigation at present. Imagine yourself that you are standing in front of a big building. It says scan this code and select the place you want. I just want to go to the principal office, which is on a third left, but I don't know that. If I scan and I select to principal office, a little miniature or little avatar will come and will say, okay, follow me, we'll go to the principal office. So following that virtual assistant, you can reach the office without any hassle. It is not just a simple use case. If you are in the place which is new and if you don't know the language, these kind of assistants will help you a lot. So entertainment concerts, it has a more feasible element. Traveling, you can visualize the places before you go, or you can visualize them through 360 portal or any kind of element which will engage you a lot. So here is the consumer life cycle. So as I told you, we'll create a awareness, will make them consider to consideration, will convert them, and they will be loyal. Actually, this is a round robin. So even on digital native, first when they just launch the app or web, many consumers are afraid that will the audience will be loyal to them? Will they just trust them? Will the awareness will go and make them? But you know what? Mintra is afraid. Nika was afraid. Even if I coming to Agio, they are afraid. Like, okay, will there be success? But to the massivity, it was success. Even coming to Ola, Uber, they were like, okay, how can they book cab? Why should they trust the unknown people? Because if I go to the any roadside, if I'm asking a cab, they will say this much, and I'll interact with the person. But while I'm booking for Ola or Uber or Rapido, we don't know each other. So there are a lot of pros and cons. But at these business successes, it's B2 it's not B2B actually because it connects with people and it grows. So many of the businesses online are here. And since these are in AI, many of them are now becoming the loyal customer because they can try. And they're getting intimated on each stage. What is coming new? They are getting engaged on that. Even Uber is committing with AI development through eighth wall. So it is growing. Now, AI is not a foreign element to anything. AI is becoming a potential add-on at every industry, and shopping plays a major role in this. And you can see 8 in 10 brands now uses AR filters, lenses, effects, and even they're creating AR ads to promote their products. Because even instead of simple ads, now they're for games in middle of apps, they're giving a playable ad. Likewise, here now we are ad which is evolved with augmented reality. So you can visualize yourself if you like, you can do a call to action button. Through this call to action button, you can just go and check the AR elements. And the realism, as I already told you, before buy, it should be on real size. And consumers want to use AI as considered new items and trends. I told you DressX, right? They are just a digital fashion garments. But while they incorporated augmented reality through their app, they created a massive kind of walkthroughs, walkaways, even fashion show has been done. So 98% of brands agree that this kind of footings and clothings and footwear try-ons are easily communicating with the customers and even work and many elements. Adidas are now adapting to that gradually. So here is a conversion. Other cases that BRG app which helps you to assemble products you bought online, great experience. It goes the training category. Yes, that's right. It's called a virtual assistant. So you can just scan and it will train you, or else you can also get help from them if you want that. And here is 9 in 10 brands just accepted that AI is helping them to drive their sales and acquire new customers to their performance metrics. And interactive product experience. Just imagine, I can just swipe the screen instead of touching screen with the hand swipe. I can see the changes in my products and I can buy them. So this brings 94% higher range to buy it. And loyalty. The loyalty goes both ways. A customer should have loyal on brand, and the brand should also be loyal to the customer. So AR says it improves the loyalty in the customer experiences because they're more satisfied on what they are buying. So Snapchat AR ad efficiency, you can see that normal ads line here. So on that, Snap AR's awareness ad has increased 1.3 times higher than the normal ad awareness. Even like a AR ad is not only on Snapchat, even in other platform also now AR ad is getting increased. So you can see here, other platform would need at least 14 to 20 ads to generate the same level of attention as Snapchat lenses. So on the metrics, you can see the first is dense batch marks and the Snap commercials. Even that can't be compared to Snap lenses because people are playing with that. In India, we have active 200 million users on Snapchat. And all over the globe, it increases more than 500 million daily users. So you can imagine how many people will try. So AR ads, these are the myths which I want to mention. Most of the thing is expensive to create AR ad or campaign or to have AR campaign. As Bruno adds, it doesn't need a custom development. Not at all. Lens Studio is a free platform. You can create it and you can implement on your own to create a AR ad campaign. You just need a simple algorithm to promote your AR experiences. So once it reaches algorithm, it will automatically improve. So, guys, whatever I say, I'll give you a whole brief. So, coming up to the point, AI is getting involved in all the industries, but shopping is playing a major role next to entertainment. So, on the shopping, it is giving a customers a more loyal experience, more comfortable experience, a more personal experience where it touches their emotions, and also they can have a freedom to talk, freedom to experience. So overall, Snapchat is giving a emotional and freedom experience to the customers who is looking forward into your brand, and it is creating a huge curiosity towards what you are doing. So thank you. Any questions?
Thank you so much, Gayatri, for this really cool talk about AR in the younger generation. And
Thank
well,
you.
personally, I can totally see that. Like my 12-year-old communicates only through Snapchat with me, and so that's really interesting. And so so Bruno has another remark. He says another case that he knows is the Build app. I'm not familiar with that one. He says it helps you assemble products you bought online.
Yeah, that's actually there, which helps people to assemble the product once they buy.
And he also says this is one of the best presentations so far. So a big compliment to you.
Oh,
Thank you so
thank you,
much.
Bruno. Yeah.
I have a question. So you were talking about India, and do you see a difference between India and other parts of the world in adoption of Snapchat and related AR technologies?
Definitely. Actually, India is a come under attack, but it also comes to Dubai and comes to London and like Paris and America, as well as to Indonesia, Singapore. Everywhere now AR is adapting to mass adoption on all their brands. Even I recently worked on Japan project, so they are doing this to connect the elements. You know about a Hachiko dog, right? Because many of them knows about the story, a dog which stays loyal to its owner and stayed on the street and died. So they celebrated that 100 years of Hachiko celebration by the monument on creating a custom landmarker, as well as I created them a face AR experience where the Hachiko dog will be sitting on your shoulder. Once you give your face to the dog, it will lick on your face. So we created that experience. Just imagine a cute dog will be sitting on your shoulder. Once you just take your face near to it, it will lick. So that experience was really a hit.
I can
So
imagine.
all,
Yeah, that's a very popular dog, right?
yeah.
In Japan.
So now all the countries and all the regions are getting a really massive attractions, like for festivals, for wishes, and for sharing their thoughts, like supporting any elements they want. And for LGBT also, they are, most of them are supporting because we have a separate day for LGBT to
Hmm.
represent AR lenses to give a contribution to them. And for from Diwali to Halloween to every situation and every festival we are celebrating. And coming up to the Thanksgiving or Christmas, we over the region we are conducting an internal contribution to make lenses which will just praise the users of Snap.
That's really great. That's amazing. And so, are there any challenges you're facing? Because you talked about that more and more people are using AR for shopping, and in the past, one of the big challenges for that was actually creating all the 3D models for the products that you want to buy. Is there any is there any progress in that regard? That now maybe we're using more AI to create those models, or is that still a challenge?
Actually, at the beginning, it was quite a challenge because a 3D modeler doesn't know about AR because we have specifics here. We need to create 3D models under 5,000 to 50,000 triangles. And the
Yeah.
size limit to create lenses is under 5 MB to 8 MB. But if the model goes exceeds of 6 MB, will be drastically be on back because the experience will load very slow. And coming up to the people's mindset, the experience should load at least zero point 0.1 seconds gap, or else they will
Mm-hmm.
get bored and skip to the other products. So we need to be more conscious on that. So for that case, we need to train the modelers, but modelers who have knowledge, we give a basics of AR knowledge, they develop more AR experiences. And coming up to the technology point, we have photogrammetry. Through LiDAR devices, we can scan and create models. As well as we got Luma.ai to create AR experiences, 3D models through images. If we take images from different directions, it will connect and create a 3D model. And for Persona AI, so that Persona AI creates a meta human 3D model. So it
Mm-hmm.
gives you in a T-shaped generated model, so we can rig them to Mixamo and we can create stuff.
Yeah.
Even we create bones and use. And a basic understanding of Blender, Maya, Cinema 4D is enough to edit the model what you have because you can reduce the triangles and everything vertices through using that platform. You can create a base models through them. So basic
Mm-hmm.
understanding is good. You don't need to be a pro on creating 3D models. Just need a basic understanding on what are the capabilities and what are the estimations and what are the limitations so that you can guide a 3D modeler and get a good product out.
Great. So basically, it's still a little bit of manual work, but it's becoming more and more easy because more and more tools are available. That's uh,
Yeah.
that's great. Well, thank you so much for this really interesting and insightful presentation. And well, thank you for joining us. And have a
Thanks for
great
having me here.
rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you then. Bye bye. Thank you everyone for presenting. Bye.